A lot of fake news, propaganda is being carried out by Pakistan through international press, through BBC, through write ups in New York Times, etc., that Kashmir is an integral part of Pakistan and Kashmir has to be with Pakistan. One can only laugh at such kind of propaganda because historically Kashmir was a part of India right from the ancient times, from the times of Kashyap Muni till the British paramountcy left in 1947. One has to remember here that all the Indian states, princely states, were part of British paramountcy. And once the paramountcy left, it was left on the Indian states that whichever union they may join, India or Pakistan. And it is here that Kashmir decided to join the Indian Union. Then why? Why so problematic with Pakistan? There's no doubt that Pakistan always had its eyes on Kashmir. But there's another very vital factor, often missed by politicians and historians, and particularly by the news and the media, that affected the immediate action by Pakistanis in Kashmir in 1947-48. People must know that what were the boundaries of British India with Afghanistan had now become Pakistan's boundaries with Afghanistan. Northwest Frontier Province was ruled by Congress over there. Basha Ghaffar Khan and his party and the Red Shirts, as they were known, were never in favor of joining the Pakistan Union. They had even asked that either they should be made independent or, like East Pakistan was being made, if West India could also be made. But they were betrayed and they were having their own struggle for an independent Northwest Frontier provinces. The demand of Pakhtunistan came up during this time. The demand of Pathanistan came up during this time. And the demand of Balochistan came up during this time. And all these tribal heads had never even accepted the suzerainty of the British. And they were not prepared to accept the sovereignty of Pakistan in their areas. In such a situation, Afghanistan supported the demand for Pathanistan. And now Pakistan was terribly afraid. The recent publication of top military British secret documents added by Lionel Carter amply demonstrate these documents. What was Pakistan's thought behind it? What should Pakistan do? Pakistan was terribly afraid that if this demand of Pathanistan is supported by Afghanistan, the tribals of these places revolt against them, and the Indian government on the other side supports them, then Pakistan's very existence will go away. Then how to divert it? How to save itself? And the only ploy left before Pakistan was to convert their demand of independence by these tribals in those areas into a holy war. And what they preached? They preached that in Kashmir there is a Hindu king and atrocities are being committed on the Muslims. And they didn't confine up to Kashmir. Their preaching went ahead up to Patiala, where they claimed that there is a Sikh ruler and atrocities are being done on Muslims. And using this ploy that Islam is in danger, we should go for jihad, wage a holy war, we have to win Kashmir, and then we have to go and capture Patiala. They organized the Kabailis, the tribesmen, brought about 1 lakh of these tribals to Rawalpindi, armed them, and made them invade Kashmir. The Pakistani officers, as the records show, were shown on paper as of having taken leave, and they started guiding these operations. Similarly, very soon the Pakistani regulars joined. The Pakistani regular army joined. And the plea taken was that now if India invades from other sides other than Kashmir, we will be nowhere. So the projection given was that it was an existence threat to Pakistan, and that's why Pakistan has invaded Kashmir at that time. We should also remember here that Sardar Patel, once the Kabilis had attacked, had immediately stated that the Kabili installations have to be bombed, though he was overruled by the cabinet at that time. But that also shows that India was taking a soft line, not as a whole full-fledged war against Pakistan, whereas the British at that time were trying to influence India that since now Hyderabad and Junagadh have joined India, India should play a soft line on Kashmir, and that's where this UN commission was made. All that happened. The Indian armies were winning. The tribals were being thrown back. The Pakistan armies were being thrown back. And at that time also, the Indian army suggested to the Indian government that we should wait for a ceasefire till the Indian army has thrown out these Pakistanis and the tribals out of Kashmir. But this advice of army again was overruled by the then Prime Minister of India as a soft gesture, and that is how Pak-occupied Kashmir was created. But this ploy of jihad, the Pakistanis have always used since 1947. When Taliban was created in relation to Afghanistan, again the ploy used was Islam in danger. And now again, when they regularly sent terrorists into Kashmir, trained terrorists in Kashmir, supported them, financed them, masterminded them in relation to India, not only just the areas of Kashmir, the ploy again is given of jihad, and today again their Prime Minister is talking of holy war and jihad, and this is what their ministers have been talking. Now the question arises, is it really the holy war, or is it just that the Pakistan army wants to maintain its dominance in Pakistan? Because if it is a question of holy war, then the world should know what Pakistan did to Muslims in East Pakistan during 1970-71. More than 3 lakh Bengali Muslims were butchered there by Pakistani army. Muslim women were raped by Pakistani army, killed, looted. Weren't they Muslims? Then where was this jihad at that time? Every day, Balochs are killed by Pakistanis, their army, abducted, killed, murdered. And the Baloch Muslim? Then where is the jihad there? Same in Waziristan. Same in Afghanistan. By supporting Taliban, how many Afghanistans they bomb and they murder every day? Aren't those Afghans Muslim? And above all in Kashmir, how many Muslims the terrorists sent by Pakistan have been killed in Kashmir? So where is this jihad? Who is Pakistan trying to fool? And here, I must appreciate now the Islamic countries in the world who have realized that this whole talk of Pakistani jihad is a ploy by the Pakistani army to maintain its hegemony over the people of Pakistan, not only politically, but economically and socially also. And that's why today Pakistan stands isolated in the Islamic world. It stands isolated among the oil-producing countries. It stands isolated among the Islamic organizations. And yet again, shamelessly, Pakistan shouts of jihad. And where is this jihad taking? Whole world knows that Pakistan hid Bin Laden. Whole world knows that the UN declared terrorists are moving free in Pakistan, which has become a rogue terrorist state now. And it's time that this so-called liberal media, who thinks they are liberal and progressives, start rethinking that by supporting Pakistan on these issues, where they are taking the world in terms of fanaticism and terrorism. Today, Pakistan's fake jihad stands exposed before the world because it uses it only for its own army and ISI to dominate their own people and keeps killing Muslims, whether it is Balochistan, whether it is Waziristan, whether it is Afghanistan, or whether it is Kashmir. This is no jihad. This is simply their own personal power game.